Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to The Burning Truth. Ladies and gentlemen, it's The Burning Truth. I am Matt Burns. I can actually say my own introduction. Finally, finally. You know. I'm just going to say Matt Burns. That's all. I'm not going to go monikers or anything, and just go like bad. The bad boy of British wrestling, the Funk Soul Brother and whatnot. Like how Nathan keeps doing it, saying Matthew. My name it's a name, not a sneeze. Right? So, anyway. It's finally happened. Nathan's on a flight. He's not in the country. I thought I had this to myself. And then Nathan left me a little gift. Why? Don't you trust me? On my own? We actually have a special person here with us tonight. He's been on the broadcast now and again, just a little voice in now and again. I'm going to introduce him as Loverboy Martin Palmer.
Oh, I thank you. Just because Nate thought you couldn't hack it yourself.
I'll just remind him of that the next time when if I ever have a disappearance. Oh wait, he can't use the tech.
I can't deny that. I would love to see Nate do it without you.
If he pulls it off, I will give him a hand clap. But that's all.
A slow, sarcastic, well done. You managed to achieve it. Sorry, Nate. Couldn't resist.
In all fairness, bit of a difference. Just in case you know, we're not actually live, as you probably guessed. This is actually a pre-recorded episode, which was done the previous night. So in case if anything newsworthy has happened on Friday night, unfortunately, we've got to. We can't call that as a it's a completely different night, even though this is coming out on Saturday. The reason why that is because our scheduling and everything is basically haywire. As you know, one half of the usual broadcast team is basically in another country. Lucky git. And probably getting drunk. Lucky git.
Probably getting arrested.
So if anybody wants to join be a future broadcaster for The Burning Truth, please send your emails to theburningtruth@outlook.com.
Or Mr. Machewy Burns at outlook.com.
No, or mattburns04 at hotmail.co.uk.
I couldn't resist. I've got to make up for Nate somehow. So.
You have to try. But yeah, he's flying the flag across the board. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to keep up. The second he comes back, he's either going to be tanned, burnt. Oh, if he's burnt, I'll actually be able to slap him on the arm. What?
I'm not going to say nothing. I'll try to be polite. Now I feel ill saying that.
Right, anyway, we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty with the show. Basically, what we're going to do this week is just basically advertise. The reason why we're actually doing the pre-recording is basically because Saturday, we're actually at Wrestle Midlands, covering that myself. We're going to be possibly doing a review for that. And then on Sunday, we are at FCW. In case if anybody wants to look them up, look up Wrestle Midlands for the Saturday event, and then Sunday you'll actually have which is, I believe, Futures Championship Wrestling. If you look that up, you'll actually get all the dates, and that's on social media on Facebook. You'll actually get possible show dates, information, and whatnot.
So where is the show on Sunday, Kyle?
Gornal.
Well done, you got it this time.
I always get it. It's not me that gets it wrong. I'm not the one that says Cornwall. Nate, the man who thinks words sound together. Cornwall. Drill, drow. If it has a tinge of the same. He thinks it is the same.
Right, Nath, you've got to keep it pretty simple.
I never said that.
I might not be here by the time Nath comes back.
I can see a fire incoming soon.
Like the sound guy.
Who was...
Whatever happened to him?
It came round to where he had to answer some questions over something legality, and for some unknown reason he decided to plead the fifth or something, and kept his silence. So he got taken away. So no idea. He could be in Tijuana. He could be in Japan, and we are not actually taking the mick out of North Korea either. He could be in North Korea, which he ain't coming back if he's there.
Yeah.
So we do, you know.
If he has kids, he's screwed. Whole 3 generations.
Really, if he has the keep it clean, keep it clean, keep it clean. Moving on to why we are here, the wrestling. Basically, we recently made some quick, small predictions of Money in the Bank, which was like the Money in the Bank matches. Couldn't believe I actually got it right. Well, basically, I actually got pretty much spot on. I actually said, "Thank you first." If I'm not mistaken, Carmella to win it. Yes, I did. And then I actually said it was down to either Sami Zayn or Baron Corbin. I more so kept Baron Corbin. Called it. I will say, Money in the Bank. What was your personal view of it?
It was definitely one of the better shows that's actually happened lately.
In some... the weird thing about it is, this has got a lot of people split down the middle. It's like Marmite. You've either loved it, been with the surprises, and oh, that's original, or you've absolutely hated it because that's based on tradition.
I've got to admit, I am more of a traditional guy, apart from this was just a bit of a refreshing change. It was a bit more properly planned, it seems.
It seemed like they're going more for angle.
Yeah. It's like they're actually trying to give things a proper push and a proper storyline lately. Or they're trying, should I say.
However, let it be known that in the first Money in the Bank, first women's Money in the Bank, a man had to get the briefcase.
How much of a little bitch is he?
I'm not saying anything like that. I'm actually just questioning WWE's antics there. So what are WWE saying? The women are not good enough to get the briefcase themselves?
Oh, you had to go there.
I had to because I was not exactly pleased myself.
I can't blame you, apart from you do know there's probably going to be a wee bit of a backlash from those other feminist sides.
No. I said WWE's views, not my views. Not right. Them views, what I've just stated, were not Matt Burns' personal views, or the Burning Truth, or Martin Loverboy's, or even Nathan Goth's. They were potentially the views of WWE. Here's the thing: they are all good enough to do it. Why did they have the match in the first place? Because women wrestling can be just as good as male wrestling. Don't believe me? Check out the fact that WWE are holding a women's tournament.
I agree that it's actually well overdue. This is we actually went to show in Wales. Actually, when you were wrestling one night, when me and Nath were selling our souls and selling your merch, and I've got to say, one of the best matches were 2 young women. That was one of the best matches, if not the best, of the night. The point being I'm trying to come across is the fact that a lot of people was mistaken. Oh, women wrestling is not as good. It's demeaning. It's demeaning because yes, in the Attitude Era they weren't wrestling, but just look at the caliber of wrestlers that we've got now. Yeah. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Asuka, Nikki Cross. We've also got some up-and-coming stars in a wrestler formerly known as Kimberly. Yeah. We've got the women's tournament coming up as well, which is going to be absolutely fantastic.
I could go on for days on mentioning names of the female roster that stand out. Charlotte, as much as anybody can turn around and say,
she's won the title too many times, but at the end of the day,
Yes.
she can actually.
but the fact
have a
is,
good wrestle. She can.
she
do it.
can wrestle.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Wrestle. Natalia as well. Definitely got to fit her in.
There's no just hair pulling, and that's half the match gone. They can actually pull off the moves.
Just look at NXT.
Yeah. To be honest, that tends to be better than Raw lately, in my eyes. It is.
Well, I've got some news to possibly drop quite soon, which involves Marco Ranallo. Do you know much about this?
Please clue me up.
Right, and you know, cheers for pretending to not know what we're on about here, because you never know, because not everyone's always clued up. Marco Ranallo was a member of the commentators team on SmackDown. He then all of a sudden went missing off the commentator table, supposedly ill. He also suffers with bipolar and everything as well. However, something kicked off between him and JBL.
Yes.
Massively. To a point where Ranallo didn't even turn up. They were arguing. Basically, the contract was going to come to end.
And certain Twitter posts.
Many Twitter posts and certain comments at mixed martial arts fighting as well. Basically, it wasn't exactly happy between WWE and Marco Ranallo. However, a deal's been made.
Right.
A deal between them. It was supposedly going to originally end the contract. Just let the contract run out and that'll be it. He's gone. But Marco Ranallo is going to be working for the WWE.
Okay, go on.
Everyone's thinking, oh, is he going to be on Raw? Oh, no. He's going to be calling matches on NXT.
I like that because that is a good offset. It's separate. JBL can't interfere. You can't bully.
It won't be anywhere near him. They're in a completely different area. The only question I've got is, who do they replace?
Yeah, or will they just have another person on?
4 people.
Yeah, a bit much.
4 people is too much. At the moment, they've got Percy Watson, Nigel McGuinness.
Your fellow hater.
What? He's a lovely guy.
Just not when he gets angry.
And name me a person who's nice when angry.
Okay, I can't say nothing to that. But when you do get angry, like him, you turn rabid.
And what do you expect us? So hang on. You're expecting someone to be really angry and go, "Oh, fluffy ducks." Really?
Well,
Anyway.
if I remember rightly, you did have a wrestler come up to you once like that, Gangrel.
No, that was him asking if I like My Little Pony.
That's it.
Get it right.
Completely freaked you out.
I was refereeing that match. He was snarling at me. That wasn't him being angry. That was him just snarling. That's not angry.
Just freaky.
Do you like My Little Pony? Huh? Anyway, moving back on. Tom Phillips. The only one I can see that can possibly move is Tom Phillips. That's the only one I can think.
Who knows, they might do a bit of a split up.
If I'm honest with you, I think Tom Phillips would be best to stay on SmackDown. Marlo fitting in, because straight away, there's something been missing off the NXT table since Corey Graves has gone for Raw. Because as he's been on there, it's not been a bit
He
of
had his own magic.
He did, and Nigel McGuinness is slowly getting there with his magic, but Morello does have an excitement to it. Oh, Mamma Mia!
Yeah.
Just Just watch some of his previous stuff. He knows how to call.
Then again, though, Corey, I gotta love him for how he loves to rip into Cole. It's a work of art.
Which time?
Yeah, which time?
I know exactly which one I'm thinking of straight away. My favourite one.
Go on.
Oh, breathe it in.
That's it. That's the one I love.
Breathe it in.
Yeah.
It's drinking in, you idiot.
Cole, you idiot. Yes. That had me in stitches for about half an hour.
I can imagine. But anyway, back onto subject. Back onto where we are. Money in the Bank was, I would say, I may have predicted it, but it was good for story. It was not top notch for matches, more progression for story, which you don't get many pay-per-views like that. But who knows? Because hopefully we've got the worst naming pay-per-view next for the next time. You know what the name is?
Ben Lyson.
WWE Great Balls of Fire.
The one where the flame looks like... Well...
People have been told off about that.
Just pointing out the thing that's most prominent.
Go cough about it. Anyway. Do it makes it so stupid? The pay-per-view it replaced. Bad Blood.
Yeah. It has made it a bit kiddie, apart from... I don't...
Benz, the ring of fire.
It's like it's just gone to a really bad parody. Bad Blood, let's think. That seems intimidating. Now, Bulls. Yeah, let's think. Come on.
What's going to be the main the speciality match that they're going to pull out somewhere? Oh, well, the Great Balls of Fire match.
Who's going to come out with the new move? The teabag. I went there. Yes, I went there, Matt.
One job. Don't mention that. One job. Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
I'll laugh if someone does a good Bronco.
No comments.
I hope someone does now.
If that happens, we may have to do some video trickery and
Samoa
do some magic
on Lesnar.
That's harsh.
That would be funny as fuck to see.
That's more fucked up.
This is what I bring when Nath isn't here.
Nath? How soon can you get back? Moving on. As much as we normally don't do a bit of a cover of the main shows, we're going to do it this week because we don't have I don't have my usual partner with me, but I definitely, because I can already see Martin is already glaring at me to mention a certain Raw moment.
Oh yes,
that he is so happy about.
Oh, ye numbers.
In case you're wondering, what he wants me to bring up the whole story of Enzo and Big Cass.
Numbers. Say his name correctly.
Enzo Amore.
When you run around like a little kid that's had too many Skittles and then you knock yourself out, you will then be known as Numbers.
Were you locked up as a kid?
That's besides the point.
And that is so it's starting to explain things better for me. Anyway, back onto subject. The idea is we've been having weeks on weeks on weeks. Who's been attacking? Who's been attacking? But they've been hyping us up as other people. Big Show's been a case and everything, And here's the thing. It comes out as Big Cass. Right. Upside to this. I'm going to do upside downside right now. Right? Upside. Storyline plot for Cass. Storyline plot for Enzo. Good promo for Big Cass and everything. It allows him to develop a more meaner streak.
Yeah,
as
develop
well.
himself.
And
Get on his own.
It also will actually see if Enzo can actually get over it on his own as well.
I hate to admit this, but I think he will. He's that good on the mic. I'll give him that.
I don't mean just on the mic, his wrestling ability. Because he'll need to use that as well. But at the same time, we also need to know if Cass can use his gift of the gab.
They were both yin and yang.
That's what I'm saying. We need to see how they are separately. But they're going to be against each other. So it's sort of...
It's like the Hardys.
Yes, a little bit. But
where Dave managed to break out.
Downside, I'm going to point this out right now. So, the explanation is, Big Cass has been smacking around his own tag team partner to then go into matches in almost mostly 2-on-1 situation. Really? You wouldn't just turn up?
Yeah, but it's E numbers. Who wouldn't want to give him a slap?
No. What I'm saying is, he beat up E numbers one week,
so he can get mullered again,
and then went into a match
himself
without E numbers to be mullered.
Yeah.
Himself.
Kind of self-defeating, yeah.
So basically, you hate Enzo that much you are willing to get yourself mullered.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't make sense.
He is that annoying.
Oh wait, I just forgot. This is WWE. It doesn't need to make sense.
Not much does.
Yeah. What? You expect me to argue?
No, at the end of the day, for a time, I actually started watching TNA more than WWE.
Get it right.
Big Bird.
Impact Wrestling now.
It will be Big Bird.
It's not. It is no longer TNA. That is long gone. It's been bought out. It's Impact Wrestling. It's nothing to do with TNA.
It'll always be called that by everyone. It's shorthand.
It may be a shorthand, but regardless of it, Dixie Carter is no longer involved.
Best thing ever.
Thank God. Anyway, however, we'll just need to see what Impact can do. Which they're slowly doing quite not too bad. They're slowly building up, and I like some of the stuff that they're doing. They're introducing new stuff. However, for God's sake, I understand that they're doing a merger of Global Force Wrestling with Impact Wrestling. Get it over and done with. Sorry, was that not clear enough?
No, probably not for Jeff Jarrett. Come on.
You've put it off to put it at Slammiversary. Now answer me this. You're saying you're unificating it all. Okay. Which belt gets used when it's unified? Huh?
Yeah.
Or is it a new belt? And if you notice, they never stated the unified champion. Do you know why?
Go on.
Most likely because WWE owns the rights to them comments.
This has got the Fine Brothers written all over it.
What?
This has got the Fine Brothers written all over it. Trademark everything, WWE. Get it.
Trademark! Come on, they introduced a new wrestler who's big on the independent scene. Oh my God! I can't believe he's here. Joe, nobody.
This is what I actually don't get. Actually, I've got to say, with this whole broken gimmick, why are Impact being such little bitches? Release the trademark. It is not yours.
Are you ready for this? Do you want to know the actual truth behind that?
Go on.
Right. There's, not truth, more of where the discrepancy bit comes from.
Backstory, yeah.
Matt Hardy states he created it. He owns the gimmick. He played the gimmick.
Yeah.
He is the character. He did him the best. He worked him. Nobody else can do it because he actually did it. Nobody can see anybody else doing that gimmick other than him and maybe Jeff. What? Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in the wrong way. Anyway, what I mean is, but the funny thing about it is, there's supposedly a small bit of discrepancy. Do you know what over?
Go on.
Do you know who the other person possibly could have created it? Jeremy Borash. Do you know the little biplane that flew around?
Yeah.
Do you know who owns that?
No.
Jeremy Borash.
Hmm.
Alright? So, that's what they're saying. Now, there is discrepancy over it. Over the gimmick and everything. However, I could point out a few things against both sides. Matt, the gimmick was debuted on their TV show, Impact Wrestling.
That's it, yeah.
No other network.
He was under contract.
You were under contract, but technically, it can still be your gimmick, per se. Impact Wrestling? Dumbasses! 'Cause I'm about to point out 2 major flaws you did wrong. Seen Joe Benjamin. Is he under contract? That you had involved in the gimmick? No. So why was he on TV? And I hope he didn't get injured, because if he did, he's not under contract. So technically, you could claim you've committed assault on him and everything, and the fact that you've used his image against it, without his permission.
This is where they're doing the same thing as Dixie, not covering your arse.
Yeah. That's one part. Are you ready for the second mistake? How important is contract work?
Tremendous.
Should it be kept behind closed doors?
Depends if it's related to a story, but otherwise, yeah.
As in, would it be ethical for a company to reveal to the public said contract with said worker?
No.
Oh dear. Why would that not be ethical?
Releasing private data. Simple as that.
Technically, in a way, and we know this for sure. We have a few people who work in this certain industry. Does anybody know what the Data Protection Act is? And did they give Matt did they ask Matt for permission for that to be released? No? Oh dear God. That could be serious trouble. Because even if it expired, you still have to legally keep it and then demolish it after a set amount of time so it doesn't get into the wrong hands. Not revealed to the public. Without permission.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress. Moving on from that. Because, as you want to bring up the Broken Brilliance, which I think will work into the B, if done right. And it will. Right, back on to where we were.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Right, so we definitely know that we've got, your guy, E-Numbers, or as I...
Yeah.
You hate him, I know you do. Enzo Amore. Tough is staying that. And Big Cass, they've split up, they're now going separate ways. One problem, also with this whole explanation. Kurt Angle, stick to GMing. Don't be a detective. You accuse Big Show. You accuse others. They weren't even it. You had to get the saviour of misbehaviour, Corey Graves, to pull up footage from another arena, which could have been done at any time by magic, to see if they'd been attacked and who'd done it. And why was it the footage? Why was it the footage of Cass pretending to kick the box and fall over? Why not have the footage of him attacking him? It would have made more sense.
Yes.
I digress. Moving on from Raw. That's the only point I want to bring up. Another point I want to bring up. Samoa Joe, badass. Roman Reigns. You're not the big dog in the yard. You're more like a little puppy who doesn't know he's in the junkyard.
Say it properly. He's just been made Joe's little bitch.
Yeah.
I was so happy when I saw that.
I saw your face when he's like, beep, beep, beep. I'm not there with you. Huh? Locked in.
Yep. Good night.
And then...
I don't want that saying, Joe's gonna get you.
Get it right.
Oh, you are a pedantic little bugger.
It's Joe's gonna kill you. But WWE don't like that.
Oh yeah, never know if Big Bird Impact are actually going to try get that next.
Well, it makes me laugh about it. That Impact Wrestling are doing all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that they're actually also on their YouTube channel revealing the best of Samoa Joe? Currently, right now.
Tape library. Yeah.
Yep, using the tape library. And also the best of AJ Styles. Ooh.
Oh, WWE, you must be hating this right now.
Potentially could be hating this, but here's the thing. Technically, they're showing their superstars on their channel. Which they might get away with the tape library, but actively talk about, oh, here's the AJ Styles in their best 5 matches while he's under Impact Wrestling.
Who is no longer with us. But...
Doesn't state that.
Yeah.
They don't state that.
I can see the business mind in doing this. It's good, because at the end of the day,
it's
WWE making him big.
Yes.
So they're riding their high for him.
Yes, which is, you can understand. But anyway, moving on. Can't continue. A bit more. A bit more.
You know me, I love to sidetrack.
Sidetrack. We've gone off the road, off the barrier, through the trees, and God knows where the hell. Does that look like a bloody campsite?
Or is that Nath bushwhacking?
Nath in another country.
Yeah.
So whoever that is, good. Anyway, back to where we were. Right, SmackDown, I thought had some interesting taste on how they handled it. Major point of that show, I will say, Baron Corbin standing tall, Jinder Mahal should be getting wins and everything. I don't like the fact that they had Randy Orton beat him up beating up his entourage again.
It's like, just let him have a good crack at
him. It's not just have a good crack at him. They're having him nitpick. This is the 3rd time, Randy Orton, you're fighting him. You've lost to him twice. Twice! Why has he got a 3rd? It's not like he hasn't got anybody else to face. Oh, wait.
Rusty.
Anyway, moving on. Alright. One point I will say on SmackDown, my highlight. Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Is my highlight. As some would say, I'm gonna have to nick this coin phrase from another channel, from a YouTube channel. He is my Banff of the week. In case anybody wants to know what Banff means, badass motherfucker.
Oh yes. No one like him.
And I will say this. He had Ellsworth cut a promo about his kid. Not smart. And Daniel Bryan gave back a promo that any father would do their child was insulted.
It came with an invisible slap with his cock.
Pretty much as well. And I will just state this. I know WrestleTalk has brought this up multiple times, but can you just do some calculations quickly for us, please? Because I just want to know how many fucks Daniel Bryan gives.
Seems not many.
It's not many.
Not even to Vince.
No. How many would you say it is?
It's going to be in the low tens.
Low tens, yeah.
Hold on, wait, no.
No, it's
Still lower.
still low,
Just
yeah.
a bit.
Oh, wait. I know the number. It's the magic number. 0!
Absolute fuck all. He will just slap you.
And smile.
Yeah.
With a yes.
It's what's needed, so we don't keep having all this plain PG stuff.
Exactly. Now, we've got to move on to some subjects. A subject you may like, but seeing as we're still talking about American wrestling, we've got to move on to a subject I know Martin Loverboy is not going to like. And that will be for next week. For when a certain wrestler returns to SmackDown.
You can't call him a wrestler.
Oh, wait. And his name is John Cena! Right. Can I just say this? When they did the draft, right? They drafted John Cena to SmackDown. Did nobody ever care to check their goddamn contract? Is this Danny Bryan's fault? Is this Shane McMahon's fault? Whose fault is it? Because all of a sudden, John Cena's gone from going up, WrestleMania, time off, come back, free agent!
I think it's just because no one cared. He's just one of those people that just keep hanging around, and then sometimes they'll come in handy.
Do you know what the honest truth is? They didn't know what to do with him.
That's it.
So they freed him up to face anybody on any show. So they made him a free agent.
It's a matter of time till he's champion again.
On which show, though?
Yeah.
On which show? It's just... I understand, but the rumour has it he's supposedly going to go to Raw. Rumour has it. We'll see how it goes, how it plays out.
Wonder if they'll actually make him heel.
The
Yeah.
closest he got him turning heel was when he literally got in the ring and literally turned his heel.
Yeah.
Not actually being a villain.
Then again, though, when he tried to go after The Rock. That's a stupid idea.
No. Do you want me to be honest with you right now? Let's turn John Cena heel. He's already heel to most of the goddamn audience.
Yeah. Love to despise.
He's already getting boos from half the audience.
Oh, it's more than half. I remember
It's mostly the males.
I remember at least a year back, and that's when you can tell how many cheers are actually played by WWE. He was running down to the ring, and then suddenly they stopped his music. Suddenly, every cheer stopped, and then the boos got louder. Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
well, clearly they're playing something, and it's not just his music.
Can cheer. Well, cheers in a can. Really?
Not that I've got a hatred towards John Cena. Never.
Folks, let me just point this out. This man hates John Cena so much. He literally, if he could have a poster of John Cena, he would savagely throw darts at it. Correction, I've seen it happening. I've seen him walking past full-grown adults. John Cena, a guy just does the "you can't see me," and next minute the guy was pretty much not seeing anything else.
Cena helped to ruin WWE.
He did not.
He had the power behind him for how famous he was to help bring back some bit of attitude.
Can I just say this? If you're getting paid a million gazillion pounds, would you do what's best for business, or I'm going to cover my family and the rest of my entire, I've got my entire family for life?
He could have still done a bit more. At the end of the day, for how much money he makes, he could have slipped in the odd bit of brutality in a promo and got fined a bit of money for it. Bring back some.
He took a flywheel into the ring about The Rock and got fined for that. Fines are not cool.
That's only because, well, it's against The Rock. You can't stand up to that without breaking the rules. How many people could cut a proper promo against The Rock?
And how many people? As much I can't. This is the problem I have with this situation. As much I could possibly agree with you and say you can say whatever the hell you want. It's a lot easier to say what the hell you want than to actually use other words so children can listen. And as much as you can turn around and say, and as much as everyone can say, oh, the attitude was great, it was great, actually watch the wrestling content compared to now. I am sorry to diss on the Attitude Era. The wrestling quality wasn't as good outside the main event. Ha!
I can't deny it. There are obviously just some matches back then.
Val Venus, choppy!
That's maybe worse than Lesnar versus Goldberg.
Kennel in a hell!
Vince versus who?
Vince and Shane versus Shawn and God. And then dare I even say this little gem that WWE dare never mention ever, because it goes against Triple H in a massive way. Who bright spark was it during that time to bring up Katie Vick? Need I say more?
I'll give you that somewhat, but
oh, I haven't finished yet. I'll mention one more that will turn your stomach. Big Show at a funeral, and Big Boss Man dragging the casket with Big Show's dead father in. Where's the taste in that?
Some really dodgy pornos or stuff on the deep web.
So basically what you're trying to say is someone got inspired the same way that Nate does with his memoirs.
Well, yeah. If you read some of his pre-writing, folks, yeah.
No. I'm not bringing that up. I'm a professional. If you say it, I'll just say if Martin Palmer wants to say the next thing about some pre-writing, they are the views of Martin Palmer only, not of the Burning Truth, not of Matt Burns, and not of Nathan Goff. The floor is yours.
Mr. Nathan Goff, he could write anything to do with like the Penthouse forums. He would be a brilliant director of this kind of thing.
And yeah, he's still be making money hand over fist more than you.
Where is he actually gone again? Because I'm thinking it's got to be Holland. Because you can only go and do his kind of thing when you're over there.
I'm not saying anything. Anyway, back to where we were, because we need to get back onto the subject. because someone keeps trying to put us off subjects.
You're welcome.
Really? You're
Couldn't
doing that
resist.
to us? Right. Anyway, I'm just going to clear up a bit of a quick wrap-up now. Basically, as we've already said, we're on Saturday we are at Wrestle Midlands. Sunday we are at FCW. Also, in case anybody wants to note, as probably even noticed, check out TBT interviews on YouTube. We are getting some episodes out every week on Friday at 5 o'clock. This week we've just released a Drake Winters in his wrestling mode, as he was getting interesting interview. Just check it out. I will say he wants to lead the next generation, and that's his words. But however, I can officially announce 2 wrestlers who interviews have been completed and will be future episodes for TBT interviews. One of them is the gentleman Christopher Drew, the man that Gravity remembered. I'm sorry, I had to bring that in.
And who you nearly killed.
I never touched him.
Twice.
I never touched him.
In half an hour? Yeah.
I never touched him.
What, it was just the air between your...
I never touched him. I did slap him.
That wasn't a slap, that was a heart stopper.
What?
When the wrestlers actually bring Chris Drew to you for a chop because they just can't quite cut it. And they were trying the entire show to try up you.
What?
You actually should have killed the man.
Come on, I haven't been wrestling for a long time. You know, there's going to be build up. It's going to happen.
You were next to kill the man.
I have no idea what you're on about. Anyway, moving on. And straight after that, we've also got an interview with Rob Sharp. And I will say, excellent interview. As I stated on anyone that we interview, we do recommend you check out any of them. Because, we're not just interviewing just for fun.
You'll get to learn exactly what they are about. The up and coming stars before they're actually fully up, even though they are fully fantastic at the minute.
Already. And here's the thing. Each time I see them, they're getting better and better every time. And it's so great to see that. Absolutely brilliant. And as I've always said, I've seen Rob Sharp a few times, and he has actually been amazingly entertaining. The man knows he knows exactly how to get the right reaction he wants. So, with that, I'm basically going to say, would you say something about a nice time to wrap up? Or is there anything you want to cover yourself for wrestling?
I've got to say, I am actually looking forward to seeing more of Big Rich. He is a cracking up-and-comer.
We have actually covered this ourselves, but if you want to care to explain why, because if I recall, were you there for his debut for FCW?
Oh, yes.
What did you think?
That match was a cracker. That's the reason why I've had to bring it up again. He nearly slammed him through the canvas.
Yeah?
It was brutal.
That it was. And then followed it up with an elbow drop.
Yep, which pretty much should have just ended him.
I think it did end the match.
Yeah.
I think it should have ended. I think it should have ended it.
Yeah.
It did end the match.
I meant end the guy fully. Hospital job.
Trust you.
You've got to give him the deuce. The guy got back up after. But yeah.
After a few spatulas. After he'd been slammed so hard he stuck to the canvas, and then Rich just put the finishing mark on it.
Yeah.
Alright, so with that, I'm going to be basically calling this a wrap up for this episode. And is there any shout outs you want to give out for yourself? You know, a bit of cheap plugs.
Well, I'm pretty sure sooner or later we will start selling your merch again live at the shows.
Eventually,
we've got to sell our souls. Me and Nathan Goff do.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a cheap plug. Carry on. Is there anything you want to bring us to attention? Not to us.
Got to say, as always, Team 4-Star, we cannot go without saying them.
Agreed. Which I will say, surprisingly, there will be a new episode from them this weekend. So do keep an eye out for that. But if you want, there's supposedly also a live show on Twitch with it as well, which could be happening right now. Unfortunately, I don't have the time. If not, then the episode will already be up on YouTube, ready for your viewing pleasure. So who knows? Who knows? Also, I want to give a shout out to Botchamania, as always. Matthew, you always make us laugh. You know, it's always great stuff. I have to say, you've done so many episodes, I actually wonder where you keep getting the gold. You keep finding, you know, as much as everyone can say, oh, you know, get boring this, well. You're in triple digits. You get into mid-range triple digits. Mid-range triple digits. And you're still finding the gold. Whatever goose you're using, don't lose it. Keep it going.
That mojo will be around for a long time yet.
A long, long time. And I'm going to give out a shout out to Changes for healthy minds and everything. So if you want to check them out, we've already mentioned this a few times. So do go to the website and everything if you're interested in that, interested in it and everything, or if you want to just get some guidance, advice, or also, you know, some knowledge to help somebody else. And another shout out to a friend of mine by the name of Dan French, who is also a bassist and / guitarist of a band which I'm going to highly recommend to you, which is The New Breed. So do check them out on Facebook. Now to our usual selves. If you want to find us on our usual social media, we've already got them mentioned down. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, even though Nathan hates it, Instagram, and everything.
Useless.
And you can also email us. But also, we also recommend you to check out the UK Wrestle Fan Zone, the UKWA. We always recommend them guys because they've always done fantastic work. They always help us out, and they're absolutely all-round decent guys. So if you do actually meet them and you're at the bar, just do us a favour. Either give them a thumbs up and whatnot, or just have a drink with them. Let's have a chat.
Or give them a hug. Just randomly walk up to them, give them a hug.
No. If you encounter Nathan Goff, give him a hug because he loves hugs.
Oh yes,
he does. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to make this the end. This is the final wrap up. So with that, I'm going to say, stay well, stay safe, and always check out your local wrestling. So, catch you next week's, folks.
See you later.